Hello, it's Ruth, otherwise known as the Delightful Planner, and I'm here today for a video to show you how I'm setting up my 2018 Hobonichi. I'm just going to start off by saying sorry for my voice. I've had laryngitis, so we're going to see how it holds up in this video, but I'm going to attempt to talk less and just keep things to the point to save my voice. So, keeping on that, let's get straight to it. I'm currently keeping my Hobonichi Cousin in my vitamin dot planner that I got from Hobonichi last year, just while I'm still using my 2017 planner. And one of the key things that I found really helpful this year was putting tabs in my planner. So this is my 2017 planner. We'll pop you out the way for a moment. Pop that out the way. I will be getting to them in a moment. So if you open this at the moment, what you can see is, the way, is tabs. Tabs, tabs, and more tabs. I have tabs at the top for the months. I couldn't quite fit them all on there. And at the side, I have my weekly tabs and tabs for my dailies as well. And I found that really helpful. I tweaked about, with which tabs I needed throughout the year, and eventually that's what I found that really worked and helped me get to the dates that I needed really quickly. But I wanted to do something slightly different in 2018. You can see there, they were all handwritten tabs I'd made myself. And what I wanted to do this year was find some more professional pre-printed tabs that I could just use, and I looked everywhere for them. And there are some people that make them. They seem to be quite easy to find over in the States or in Japan and other places like that, but I was struggling to find them in the UK, and eventually I came across these. I got these from Amazon, although I did also find them on Etsy as well, and I'll put the link for both of them in the description box below. These are mark stickers, and basically what you do is, I've already started here, you can see, already started using the green set. You get 8 sets of the stickers in each set. You get these sort of thick, oh that's terrible lighting there, I've got to try and tweak this in editing, but you get these really thick card almost versions of the tabs. You get 4 sets of them in these colours, and then you get them in the same colour scheme, but you get sort of a much thinner, almost like a transparency type of sticker. I've used them in my art journal, so for a quick comparison, let's get them in the light. Oh, there we go, there's today's camera slammed hit. You knew it had to happen sometime. Right, so on the Hobonichi is the thick card stickers, and in my journal I've been using the transparent stickers. I'll hold them up a little bit closer. So can you see? They're much more flexible and you can see through them. So on one side, they've got, I'll move these first so I'm not interrupting myself. On one side you can see it's got the number of the month, and then on the back side, for when you connect it, it's got the actual shortened name of the month. So if I was to flip this over on this side, you can see the names of the months there. So I've already started, because I'll be honest, quite geekily, I was very excited when the stickers arrived. I wanted to start getting my 2018 Hobonichi ready as quickly as possible. So I have started to mark up the dailies already. So you can see there, I've just got it so that I've got the number 1 on this side, and it says January on that side, which means it's going to be really easy to find the months I need when I'm actually in and using my Hobonichi, making me even more efficient this year. I've decided that in here I'm going to just use the thicker cardstock, and the current plan is for my dailies I'm going to use the green. For my weeklies, which will be these ones, I'm going to use the sort of more mint turquoisey ones. And there's not a particular reason for that, for productivity or anything like that. It's mostly just these are my favourite colours. My two favourite colours are sort of like a turquoise, and I like the greens. So I wanted them to be the ones that I see the most often. So I thought as the weeks come above the dailies, I'll put these here, and I'll show it to you now. All you do is you peel them off. They're all pre-cut for you. I should say this isn't a sponsored post. I just found these and I think they're marvellous. And now I'm going to place it. Now then, you watch this. Now that I'm on camera and doing this at a funny angle, I'll suddenly be unable to do it. Right, so they do give you a marker to aim for, although I'll be honest, I found my Hobonichi as I went along. It was easier to tuck it in ever so slightly, because otherwise it makes it stick out a bit more. I'd like to try and balance this up with the one I've already got there. So I want my ones to balance. And then if I flip this over, so I'm walking around my camera stand now. I've not got very long arms. And what you do is you just fold it over, squidge it down, press it down, and then hey presto, you have a tab. So then how it will sit in my book will be like this. Obviously they'll balance up when they're like this, and then I'll just run the months, not the months. Sorry, like I said, I'm getting over this horrible book. I sound a bit like Marge Simpson. I'm going to have my dailies running there, the weeklies running along there, and then the monthlies, I found it's really good to run them along the top, and I'm planning to do that with pink, just for a bit of variety. So I won't have you sit here and watch me do all of them. Right, so this is the finished result. Right there. Give it a chance to focus. Got my months running across the top there, just fitting on. Weeks on my months. Now then, what I'll do next is I use this section to track my medication that I take, so I just do this on a month-by-month basis. So actually setting this up for the year now, my next step will be filling in key dates in the months. And I won't make you watch me do that, because that would be death by torture. Plus, I'm not sure I can write at the angle I'm having to stand next to this book while I record this, so I'll do that off screen. Right, I'm back. I've put all the important dates in here, and I actually changed my mind as I was going through it. So instead of putting important dates in the monthly view, you'll notice this is actually very blank. I've decided I'm going to try and use this as like a memory keeping gratitude spot, because I did that in my Leutsch term throughout 2016 and I found it really, really good. And when I switched to using my Hobonichi in 2017, and I used it for the whole year, it worked out brilliant for planning. I didn't have a spot for gratitude and things like that in there. And I found it does impact your mindset and the way you think about things. So I wanted to get that back in there, and I didn't want to duplicate what I already do in the weekly and the daily views. So I'm going to keep this as a gratitude spot, and instead I've put important birthdays and things like that at the top sections of my weeklies. Now I've already got a great big chunk of 2018 already booked up with meetings and appointments and everything else, which is why I flicked you back to like October, November time to look at birthdays. And otherwise, that's as much planning as I've put into this right now. I've only got a couple more sections I want to add, and they're going to be at the back. One of the things I did this year, and I love doing, and I'm planning on continuing, is keeping the books that I've read. So what I did this year, and this is a fabulous idea I got from Pinterest, is I've recorded the books that I've read. And every time I've read a book, obviously you can see I've filled out one of the books as a title. Now last year, I think, if I remember correctly, I managed to read 24 books. This year I've managed to read 44 books so far already. I think I've got all of them listed there. I haven't actually checked before I've started recording this. Now I've tried to track all sorts of other things at the back of my Hobonichi this year, and this is the one that has proved most successful. So this is what's worked, so this is what I'm planning to replicate in next year, and I'll try some other bits and pieces for tracking if I need to. And otherwise, that is it. So, what are you planning to use to plan this year? Let me know in the comments below. If you've got any questions, ask me in the comments below. Any of the links that I have mentioned, I will put in the description box down below. And otherwise, if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and think about subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks now. Bye.